Okay, so sorry that it seems that there is a technical problem that happened. First of all, let's start over again. My name is Yumna El-Hossary, and I am Cambridge speaking examiner, OET interlocutor, and OET IELTS and research writing trainer. I am MA holder in applied linguistics and pre-doctoral certified from Trinity College Dublin in applied linguistics and English language teaching. And today I'm going to talk to you about the OET, what's OET, who can take the OET test, and where can you actually like find job opportunities if you can take the OET. So first of all, the OET is the Occupational English Test. So Occupational English Test, it's for all the healthcare sector. It's for doctors, for nurses, physicians from all different specialties, nurses, pharmacists, dentists. Anybody in the healthcare sector can take the OET test. So actually it's like the IELTS. If you know the IELTS exam, it's just like the IELTS, but the IELTS is less professional than the OET, or it's less technical, let's say, okay? So if you are, for example, a nurse or a doctor or anybody in the healthcare sector, so it's better to take the OET because it will be easier for you. Some people tend to take the OET because it's easier. It has only one task in the writing. It's very easy to pass. Other than the IELTS, sometimes people take IELTS 7 or 8 times and they don't take the aimed score or the score that they really want. So why do I need OET test if I am in the healthcare sector? So why do I need the OET test? This is a proficiency test that is needed in order to prove that you are proficient in the English language. So let's say, for example, if you are if you want to travel to the UK to work in the UK, Australia, USA, New Zealand, or Ireland even. So in these countries, you should have a proficiency test certificate. It's either an English proficiency test, it's either the OET or the IELTS, okay? So let's go back to details about the OET. The OET test is done twice per month. So the dates of the exam and the places or the locations of the exam are all determined. You can find them all on the official website. The official website, I'm going to share the link of the official website in the comments after finishing this live, inshallah. So you will find all the places, all the locations where you can book your OET and sit for the exam. So let's talk about details related to the OET test. First of all, as we said, it's like the IELTS. So it has 4 sections or 4 subtests. The first one is the reading, we have the listening, we have the writing, and we have the speaking. So in the reading, actually it tests your ability to understand either directly what is like the information, to scan the information, or to get to know the implied meaning. Okay, the implied meaning, which is, what's the implied meaning? The meaning beyond the lines. Okay, so this is one thing. Concerning the listening, again, it's either like testing some specific information or the implied meaning, the meaning beyond or behind what is being said by the speakers. Concerning the writing, we have in the writing only one task. This task is a letter, like writing a report. It's either reporting about a case that you are dealing with, or maybe a referral letter to another doctor or another nurse, or discharge letter from the hospital or anything like that. Okay? And then we have the speaking, and the speaking is around 20 minutes, okay? And you will find 2 role play cards, and we're going to talk about the details of the speaking and writing in this live. Okay, so first of all, your level of the language. If you are willing to take now the OET, you are 100% sure that you want to travel abroad, and you are now preparing yourself to take the OET. So, what should be the level? Your level of the English language. First of all, your level should be around upper intermediate or advanced. So, upper intermediate or above. Now, if you are less than that, if you are intermediate or lower intermediate or a beginner, what should you do? Will you be able to take the OET? Well, the answer is unfortunately no. You will be able to take the OET if your level is upper intermediate or advanced. So, now what to do exactly in order to make sure that I am prepared for the OET? If your level is not upper intermediate or advanced, then you have to work on your grammar. Try to work on the sentence formation, the sentence structure, the most common vocabulary to be used in the letter and to be used in reporting. Try to work on your the proficiency level in the speaking, to practice speaking as much as possible, general speaking first, and then going to the specific, which is related to the OET. Okay? So, now I'm 100% sure that I am in the level of the OET. How should I start studying? What should I do exactly? What should be done specifically? So, first of all, in order to start the OET journey, what you should do is the following. You should actually get to know what is OET in specific. As we said here, it is a test that is needed for maybe traveling or to prove the proficiency level in the language. Okay? And then you have to get the accurate materials. So from where should I study? From which material should I get? And the duration that should be taken. First of all, if you are here in your level is in the upper intermediate or advanced, then definitely you are going to take around 3 weeks to maximum a month. You're not going to need more than that to prepare. Okay? Okay, so now I have a month. How am I going to study? How am I going to manage my time in order to get the best score? Okay? In order to get the best score, actually the best score is B+ and above. Below than that is maybe you can get a C+ in the writing for the nurses. Okay, and it's based on the location. For example, in Ireland, they accept 1 C+ for nurses, but in other places you will need clear B's, B+ in all the 4 sections. Okay, in order to get the B+, you should get a score of 350. Okay, at least 350. So, I want to get the score of 350. What should I do? First of all, you will get the materials. So, what materials can I get actually? The official guide, which is again found on the official website. Judging notes, you will find them for the listening and for the reading, and they are found also online for free. The previous case notes for the writing, and again either in the official website or you can find them again online for free. And finally, for the speaking, there is a very, very good recommended note, which is like some notes which are called Future Land notes, that has basically all the forms of the role plays that have come in the previous years, and you will find some role play cards in the exam which are very similar to what is found in the Future Land notes. So the previous case notes, the previous role play cards, judging notes, and the official guide. This is what you should actually study from. Okay, now I have the materials, and I do have everything ready. What should I do? For example, you are now working for all day long, and you have only 1 month to prepare. And you should get a B score in all the 4 sections. What should you do exactly? What you should do exactly is the following. You should allocate at least 1 hour per day for 5 days a week. 5 days a week, 1 hour per day. In order to study. For example, today I'm going to study reading only. So you're going to answer the reading, and then in the next day I'm going to study listening only. So you're going to answer and return back to the model answer in order to make sure that you have answered correctly. And afterwards, for the writing, you should write at least 1 case note per day or 1 letter per day. And in the writing and speaking, it's better to refer back to a professional or someone who can help you professionally, because sometimes when you ask your friends or your colleagues about correcting your writing, or even give you feedback about your speaking, so they give you feedback based on the content only, or superficially only, what is very obvious. In the writing and speaking in specific, you imagine that you are taxed for the content. You are taxed only for your medical background, which is not true. OET still is an English proficiency test. It tests your English ability, your English proficiency. So you're going to be taxed about the spelling, about the structure, about the grammar, about the word choice or the lexical choices, about the pronunciation, if it changed the meaning. Okay, so you still need a professional help in that. What is really recommended in the OET, if you, for example, like do lots and lots of case notes, maybe after 3 or 4 case notes, each 3 or 4 case notes, you give the 5th to a professional person who is professional to correct it for you. From my own perspective, the best number of case notes to be corrected are 12 case notes. To be done. 12 case notes, because after the 3rd or the 4th case note, you give number 4 to the professional in order to correct it for you. So this will be more effective. As for the speaking, again, it's good to practice with your colleagues, but it's better to refer back to a professional in order to help you in the speaking and to give you the feedback about the role play. So the professional, for example, or the trainer is going to be the patient, to act like the patient, and you act like the doctor or the nurse or the pharmacist or anyone in the healthcare community or the sector. And afterwards, after the role play card finishes, you're going to have the detailed feedback. So now I have the 1 month. I try to be trained, or I try to train myself on one skill every day. So one skill today, reading today, tomorrow is listening, after tomorrow is speaking, and the 4th day is writing. And I try to, again, like repeat this again, okay? If I have time, if I have more than 1 hour per day, what should I do in this? It's preferred to do at least the 3 skills every day for 5 days every week. And the speaking, try to make it 1 week or a couple of weeks based on your level before the exam. Every day or at least 3 days per week. This will get you the utmost and the best outcome ever. Okay? So this is actually generally speaking about the OET. I'm going to have more lives or more live sessions in the future, talking about details of the OET test and each section alone, like the reading alone, the listening alone, and the writing alone, and the speaking alone. But definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I would love to see your questions and to answer them. So if you have any questions, you can write them down. I'm going to be waiting, but till you write your questions, if you have any. I just want to tell you that the OET test is actually is not a very easy test, but it is not an impossible test to take. So in the OET, if you study very well, if your level was up to the exam, as I said, it's upper intermediate or advanced, so definitely you're going to get the best result and the best outcome from that test. And you won't need actually to go for the test more than once, okay? But just like a quick advice, for example, if you now enter the exam or you sit for the exam and you've got around 340, 330 or 320, okay, so around 340 to 320 in the writing and the speaking in specific. So you can ask for the remark and you have a chance of over 80% to get extra marks, to get the B score actually. If you did a remark, if your score after the exam in the writing and speaking became 320. So there is a very high chance to get 350 and more, okay, in the speaking and the writing, if you've done a remark. But if you are 100% sure that you did good in the speaking and the writing. In the reading and the listening, the chance is very, very low. The chance is around 10% to get extra marks. So if you get less than 350 in either reading or listening, it's better not to do the remark unless you are 100% sure that you did excellent in all the exams, especially in part A, because in part A, in the reading and the listening, it's corrected by peer assessors, or more than 1, 2 or more assessors or people who correct, so it's manually done. So there is a chance to get marks, but if you are 100% sure that you've done great in all the exam, and maybe there is a chance that there could be something wrong happened in part A. Okay. Yeah, concerning the test, it's better to book the test like 1 month before the exam or more, in order to be very well prepared. And don't enter the test and don't book the test unless you are sure. So how are you going to be sure that your level is up to the OET? You have to take placement test. If you want to take this placement test, so you can write in the comments below or send me a private message on the on this page in order to take a placement test to check if your level is up to the OET or not. Okay. Yeah, it seems that there are no questions. I'm not sure because I can't see any questions here. But anyways, if you do have any questions, you can definitely feel free to send me a message on my page, or even leave your comments, and I'm going to reply to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I hope that this live was beneficial for you, and waiting for your comments and questions and messages. Thank you so much.